Hey guys, it's Andrea, and today I am coming at you with my plan with me for the week of March 18th to the 24th, and I am using this gorgeous, one of my top favorite kits ever, March Mystery. It is exclusive art, all of our mystery kits are, and it is not available in the shop, so be sure to subscribe for Mystery for exclusive kits in the future. Our next mystery spots open up on April 14th at noon Eastern. I actually don't have a lot of spots open for the next couple of months, but they're so good. And it's just been so fun to be able to do foil with them. And we did do a mixed metal foil for this release. And I'm just like loving every moment of mixed metal. Whenever you see the end of the spread, you'll see that it's just turned out so beautifully. The mixed metal was just out of this world. It was so fun to use the mixed metal items, which do come out this Friday, along with my regular gold and silver collection that I have myself. So it was a really fun week. We went to the rodeo this week. I'm actually going to the rodeo again today, which is Monday, March 25th when I'm filming this voiceover. We went with Bennett, Kirsten, Brian, Avery, and Emily on Monday the 18th, and it was super fun, but Nick and I wanted to go just by ourselves because this year and last year we went with Bennett, and we are going to have Nick's parents babysit tonight, Monday, and we are going to the rodeo again just for a couple of hours to walk around. You know, y'all parents know, just a little peace and quiet, a little date night. But it was super fun. I love the way all of this, the colors in this kit came out. I know a lot of you guys who aren't subscribed to Mystery are really bummed about missing this kit. Whenever it comes to Mysteries, I do like to keep the art exclusive to the Mystery itself. And I know it seems like a long time away, but I will be bringing back a lot of mystery kits about a year after they were released into Mystery. Like I said, I know it is a year away, but a year does fly in the planning world. I've been doing this for 5 years almost. My 5-year anniversary is at the end of April, which we do have a really cool kit coming for that, a really cool deal. It'll pretty much be a mystery type deal as far as ultimate kit and things like that. So really excited for that. I also have another big collection kind of release next week planned that I'm really excited for, but this week's releases are pretty bomb. We already put up the new release video. We always put those up on Mondays, and we have 3 exclusive collections which are just out of this world beautiful. We had a graduation kit that features exclusive art. We also have a Father's Day kit that features exclusive art, and then we also have, what was the other one? Father's Day, graduation. I have no idea. Where is my little list? I don't know. You guys will tell me. Now it's going to bother me, though. I'll look it up while I talk. So, again, really love the colors this week. It kind of makes me want to branch out and do different colors in my collections. I do have some, more bright colored mysteries coming out. I just think they're really fun, and I feel like those designs always come out the prettiest. I don't even know. Oh, the Aladdin kit. Ugh, how did I forget that? So that art is so beautiful. The colors are so pretty. I honestly, there's a huge request for Aladdin inspired art because the movie's coming out. That and Dumbo, but animals are just weird. I have so many custom exclusive art kits that I have never released because they're majorly based around animals. I have the art, I paid for the art, but the art just looks all kinds of weird. Animals I just think aren't a lot of artists forte, especially in this realm of art, and they just always turn out really weird. So I was kind of skipping on the Dumbo, but Aladdin, I was yeah, I don't have plans to go see the movie. I wasn't going to. I was just going to wait until, I could watch it in the comfort of my own home. But whenever I saw the art, and I put the whole kit together and I saw, the colors, I was yes, I need to, rearrange my life to make sure I go see this movie so that I can use this kit so it makes sense for me. And so in May, I'm going to be using that. I'm just debating on gold versus hollow. Everyone that I know has said pick gold, but I just think it would look really cool with hollow. And I've even seen some people say that it would look really cool with mixed metals, which I do agree. It would look really pretty with mixed metals as well. So Also, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, which I feel like most of you guys probably do, on my like Scribble Prints Co., I am not putting up a plan with me next week. I will have a different video out. I'm not sure what it'll be. I have like a ton of videos pre-filmed for just to have up, because usually I have Mondays as new releases and then Wednesdays as plan with me, and then I usually have a random video on Friday for you guys. I like putting up 3 videos a week, but I'm not going to be putting up a plan with me next week. I just kind of wanted to take a break, and I feel like sometimes I need to take a break, and whenever I don't take the break, that's whenever I like take like a 10-week break. So I just like proactively, I'm like, I need to take a break. I'm just going to do this kit by myself at my own pace. It's also going to be a very busy week for me, which we'll get into sometime. But it's going to be a very busy week for me. So I decided to just not film this week coming up. So there'll be a different video up though. So we just have to figure out what it's going to be. So let's go ahead and start planning the week. If you guys don't know, if you're new or newer, I do memory keep. I don't do a ton actually of like planning ahead. I don't know. I just feel like that like planner secrets with Andrea. So I like to rewind plan. I feel like it's hard for me to plan anything ahead, and it has been since I had a kid. I know that's not like that for everyone, but I just feel like I am more of like a to-do list person. Like I get to the things when I can, and I have a lot of to-do lists sitting around. So I would like to say that I plan ahead, but I just don't. So this is memory keeping for me. So I like to kind of keep this as a scrapbook. I'm not really good at scrapbooking. I never have been, but for some reason, this way of scrapbooking, I guess it would say, planning, scrapbooking, it works for me whenever scrapbooking has never worked for me. And you'd think scrapbooking would be easier because a lot of people, when they scrapbook, they just kind of scrapbook like memorable things, but I'm like literally scrapbooking. Like I went to breakfast, I got Starbucks, but I don't know, I just think this is fun for me. I really, really enjoy it. I was actually looking at my planners from the past, and last year was the first year that I completed one planner, and I've been doing this for 5 years. Like I said, this will be my second year completing a planner, so only 2 out of 5 of the years have I ever completed a planner, and that's when I embraced the memory keeping. And then also I was like looking at the spreads, and I didn't really care about any of them prior to me memory keeping. Whenever I was planning ahead and like trying to actually plan my week, I really didn't care as much as I care now when it comes to how my spread looks and what kits I'm using. So it's just kind of weird, like just thinking about how I used to plan and how much more, what is that noise? How much more I care about planning now that I'm doing something that I really love. And this is the only like thing that's been a constant for me. I've went through the TNs, I've went through the ring planners, I've went through Hobonichi. Yeah, went through. I mean, we just got there, but I'm already gone. But I think that, you know, having a small calendar on my phone, especially with Nick, because most of the things that we do are together, or we have to know like what the other person's doing, who's not home, who's going on vacation, which day, like business trips, Bennett's schedule of all of his activities and things. So keeping a schedule on my phone, which is like joint, is nice. And then I just kind of like go off of that for the week. And then I have lists upon lists upon lists, which I do keep in my A6 and do keep on many lists on my desk. So that's kind of like my planning style, I guess. A lot of people ask me to do videos on it, but honestly, easy for memory keeping. And then I just have my phone calendar, and then I just write lists upon lists upon lists upon lists. Because like I said, for me, there's not a lot of things. I'm sure it'll change once Bennett's like older and I'll have like more scheduled things, but right now most of the things that I have to do are like I do them when I have time to. So let's go ahead and go through what is going on this week. Like I said, I was going to 5 minutes ago, but I just went on a tangent, but that's what we're here for, right? So on Monday, we woke up and we went to Snooze with Brian, Kirsten, and Avery. It was super, super good. I love Snooze. It's such a good breakfast. Bennett was like kind of a wreck. He's just been kind of a wreck recently when it comes to like chilling out. He loves just running around and like doing his own thing, which I mean, he's a kid, that's what they like to do. But anything that he has to be like in a high chair, kind of contained, he's not really a fun time for. Then I planned in stuff, which I think I actually did later on, but I put it there because I wanted all of the rodeo stuff to be together. So I went ahead and put in that we went to the Austin Rodeo, which is like a carnival. They do have a rodeo, but I'm not interested in going to a rodeo. So I used a Wonton and a Million Carnival sticker. I really hope Cynthia like reformats this carnival sheet in her new paper and releases it because it is a very handy sheet to have, because every year we do go to the rodeo. A lot of people also were just using this kit for nostalgia purposes, and then a lot of people were using it to go to mark for Dumbo because it is like kind of like carnival circus-y type thing. This is more leaning towards carnival, obviously. I think people were using it for one other thing too, but it's also just kind of a cute set. I'm not in the like zone of I have to be doing something to use a kit. It is nice when it works out that way. It usually does somehow work out that way, but sometimes I just want to use a kit because it's really pretty. So you could do whatever you want. There's no rules. Then I put in some things like that had to do with the rodeo. So I put in cutest babies because we took the cutest picture of Bennett and Avery together. Like, it might be one of my like top 3 pictures of Bennett just in general ever. I think I have more favorite pictures of Avery. Like, Avery is just like so photogenic. She could be like a little baby model. Like, I feel like she had like little girls like in their cute little like adult looking clothes. Like the one that I think is probably my favorite of Avery is, well, there's so many. There's the one where she's at, where were we at? The ice cream place, and she had the cutest little romper on. That's one of my favorites. And then there's this one where she's like in a field and she just looks like so modelly when she's like 2, or like maybe she was a little younger than 2. No, she's probably like 2. But this is like one of my top favorite pictures of Bennett ever, is Bennett and Avery together, and they just look so adorable and so happy, and I just want to cry thinking about it because they're so beautiful. So I put in cutest babies, the little fangirl and Munchkin. And it's funny because we don't take a lot of pictures of them together. We always forget. That's what we always like, we're gonna all take pictures of this, and we always forget. But now I feel like we're gonna remember because of how cute they like look together, because Bennett's also like posing and Avery poses, and it's just the cutest thing in the whole world. We also did the petting zoo, which Bennett was obsessed with. It was kind of like, I mean, Bennett's used to being around like dogs. I don't know if he's ever been around like animals besides of the dog kind. I don't think he's ever seen a cat. But we weren't like really sure how he would be in a petting zoo, but Bennett loved it. He was not scared at all. He went up, like, he was going up to like the emu, which is like the scariest looking bird, and like llamas, and like this huge giraffe. Like, he was, or was it a giraffe? No, it was a camel. I mean, you know, I'm not all there. But he would just go up to all of them and he was like petting them. He'd just run around and grab them, and I'm like, Bennett, like, you should have like a little bit of a scared tendency towards this. Like, he's scared of nothing. This kid just loves everything. And then I put in all the food because we did eat like funnel cake and fried Oreos, and I had like cheese fries and chicken nuggets or chicken tenders. It was so good. It was my first time trying a fried Oreo. I always thought they'd be really gross, but they were actually super, super good. So the rodeo was super fun. We didn't stay for very long. Emily actually rode with us in the car. She got a taste of how Bennett acts in the car. He is a crazy person in the car. He hates being in his car seat more than anything in the entire world. And we only have, what, like 12 more years to go. How long are kids in car seats now? Forever? I feel like whenever I was a kid, I remember my dad would take me to Sheetz, which is like kind of like a northeastern Pennsylvania type thing. It's kind of like a Wawa, or they don't have anything like it down here really, but I guess like Buc-ee's is kind of like it. Buc-ee's is way bigger though. And I would be like 5, like on my way to first grade or kindergarten, and I'd be sitting in the front seat of my dad's car eating like a McMuffin, or what are they not called, McMuffins? They're called like Schmuffins or something. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, he hates car seats, but we got a long time to go on the car seat. On Tuesday, I went to get Starbucks. I decided that I'm going to put Starbucks in if I go physically to get it. Normally, Nick gets me Starbucks in the morning, and I just chill out with Bubba. We eat breakfast, and Nick comes back with Starbucks. It's like his time away from home. Then I went to work, and then I also went to the gym. Spoiler alert, haven't went to the gym since I had my period, which you'll see I put in the little period blood droplet eventually, but it was one of the worst periods of my entire life. I don't feel like I've ever been in that much pain. It was bad. And then I also went to Chick-fil-A, which I just got grilled nuggets, which is like one of the healthier things on the Chick-fil-A menu, but it was so good. I actually did really well eating this day even, but then it kind of went all downhill because my period was like, eat all the things, which even that way, like normally with my period, I'm not like wild, but this was a weird period. TMI, I know, but it's okay. Then we just played, so I put playtime with Bennett, and then Bennett actually peed on the floor, which is a hilarious story. So Bennett is like not good at being by himself, and he's not good at like being contained to like high chairs, grocery shopping carts, car seats, things like that. So we were like, oh, we're so tired today. So Bennett in his room, he's all like, it's all baby proofed, obviously. We have like a little gate near his door so he can't like run out and go downstairs or anything. But we were like, all right, let's just see if, like how long he can play by himself in his room. And we're just going to go into the bedroom and just lay in bed. We could literally see like him from our room, but like, you know, he was just being fine. So we're like, all right, let's see how long he can play by himself. He's like almost 1.5. He should be able to play by himself a little bit. So God. He played for like 5-10 minutes and then all of a sudden started screaming, but not like a hurt screaming, just like a, okay, I'm bored. Like, y'all know if you have kids, there's a difference. I'm bored. So we just let him scream for like, I don't know, like 3 minutes. And then I was like, oh, I can't take this anymore. I'm just going to go get him. That's pretty much my like 3 minutes is like how long I can listen to him scream for. So I went to get him and this kid literally took his diaper off, whipped it outside of the gate and peed all over the floor. Like, what? I was like, I couldn't even be mad because I was just too busy laughing. And he was like so mad and he just had there's pee on the floor. Thankfully it was on the hardwood and not on the carpet in his room. Peed on the floor. He like peed out of the little gate thing. His diaper was over the gate and I was like, who are you? He was mad. That was like, I think that was him like lashing out, TBH. Then I took a bath and I ate some ice cream. Halo Top mint is my favorite. I tried finishing, like there was like half of the pint left and I tried finishing the half that was left because it's only like 160 calories for half of a pint and I could not finish it. So that was like my defeat of the day. And then I also favored Zoe's for dinner, or Zoe's. I think it's technically Zoe's, but I call it Zoe's, which is like kind of like a Mediterranean Panera. Oh, it was so good. I had kebabs, which Zoe's is actually pretty healthy. So that day was like a good, sorry, I just hit you. That day was actually like a good eating day. And then the next day we went to Shake Shack. Yeah, it wasn't the best day for me, but you know, Shake Shack was real delicious and I had to have it. It was also Wiggle Wednesday, which was the matte periwinkle, which sold so well. I mentioned in my new release video that I was really surprised because usually whenever something is new, it takes a little bit to catch on sometimes, but y'all were like in it to win it with the Wiggle It Wednesday, which I'm really excited to see what you guys think of the peach one that's coming out. I think it's going to match even more kits than the periwinkle one will, and it's just super, super pretty. I love the matte paper texture with the foil. I think it looks super cool. Then I did design a lot that day. I have had a lot of things that I needed to finish. I actually finished most of them, TBH. Like, I don't have a lot of things to do right now as far as designing goes. I'm pretty ahead. Then I did just put in playtime with a cute little wonton sticker because I don't remember what we did specifically, but we just hung out and like played. So I put that in, and then we did go to Target. I believe we all went as a family. I don't remember what we needed. It was probably like yogurt or chocolate milk because those are like Bennett's favorite things right now is yogurt and chocolate milk. Mostly yogurt though. He likes their like little I think they're like Greek yogurt and they're like milkshakes, but they really just taste like yogurt. And they have like mint and cookies and cream and strawberry, and they're blue. I think I don't think Danimals makes them. I think somebody else makes them, but I'm not totally sure. But he is obsessed with them. The thing is like, I would rather him be obsessed with yogurt because like than chips or something. He doesn't really like junk food. Besides donuts and chocolate milk, but you know, casual. Then, so I remember, okay. Then I took a bath again this night. Baths are my favorite thing this time of the month. And then I put in really favor with a middle finger munchkin because all I wanted in the entire world was a brownie blizzard from Dairy Queen. So I favored it. I don't know why I did. I should have just asked Amanda because Amanda would have got it for me. She told me after. I told her like what happened and she's like, do you want me to go get it for you? And I'm like, no, I can deal with this. This is just the way the world likes me right now, which is not very much. But I was just like, it took for freaking ever, which the Zoe's the other day was like prime time traffic and it didn't take that long. And then this took forever. The guy, I don't think it was the guy's fault. So it wasn't really Favor's fault. It was like really Dairy Queen. I think it was Dairy Queen's fault because he ordered a bunch of stuff. None of it was right on the receipt, but then some of it was right whenever he gave it to me. So obviously, like, he said the right thing. They put in the wrong thing, and then they gave him some of the right things that weren't on the, you know what I mean? It was just a Dairy Queen problem. So probably won't eat at Dairy Queen again for a long time, which is probably why I haven't eaten it in like forever anyways. So that happened. I don't have many good favorite experiences, TBH. It was awful. But anyways, I didn't get my brownie blizzard. It ended up being some kind of like brownie peanut butter crap that like, no. And then I put in a cramp sticker because it was literally so bad this day. Tuesday and Wednesday were like the worst. And then it was kind of like the rest of the week, it was just like I wanted just to lay down. On the 21st, I went on a wild goose chase for a FedEx package, which my stomach hurt really bad. And I was like out driving, and I went to the one FedEx place because I had to pick it up because my name was on it, even though I didn't order it. It was just, I went to the one place and they were like, no, this isn't ground. This is regular FedEx. And I was like, is there a difference? And he's like, yeah, the one that you're looking for is in Pflugerville, which is another 15 minutes away from the 15-minute place away I went. So I ended up driving 30 minutes away. And this place that I went literally looked like a jail. Like, it was like FedEx jail. Like, it was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was like the most like advanced security system of anything I've ever seen for mail. But I just went on a wild goose chase for this package. And then the funny thing is that they're a pair of shoes. And I ordered 39s, and they sent, the box said 39s and it said 36. So they would have shipped the shoes back had I had not went to pick them up. But since I went to pick them up, now I have to ship them back and reorder them because I can't wear a 36 because my feet are not that small. They were like so little. I was like, Ben, I could probably wear these in like 2 years. So then I designed some more because I had a lot of stuff to do. And then Nick and I went to North for lunch. Just a quick little lunch. We got I got a salad. Nick got I think like a meatball sandwich. Then I did have McDonald's because, you know, my period, I blame everything on it. It's my thing. And then I FaceTimed Jessica this night for like a long time. We just talked about nothing pretty much for the longest time. Just catching up, you know, but it was a very long FaceTime date. So I went ahead and put it in a real big box, and I used the little Jessica heart thing from Fox and Cactus. Then on Friday, I did go to work in the morning to print orders, I believe. And then I did put up new releases. And then Nick did go and get a haircut. So I went ahead and put that in because I didn't have a lot else going on this day because we kind of just all chilled out together. So besides that, I did do some planner stuff in the evening. I don't even remember really what I did. I think I kind of just cleaned up my like desk area and just decluttered a little bit more. But it was just kind of like a chill day, and like I had nothing else to put in, so I just put in Nick's haircut, which is kind of almost how Sunday went too. I feel like at some days I have so many things to put in, and then some days I have a whole lot of nothing to put in. I'm just going to go ahead and talk through Saturday because I'm sure I'll catch up. But on Saturday, Nick went on a little house hunt. We're pretty sure we found another like house we want to get. This one will be, Nick's parents live in our old house currently. They moved down here, and we want to move them up north, which we used to live down south. We're going to move them up north, and it's like a one-story because Nick's parents, I mean, they're obviously older, so they don't want to have stairs in the upcoming years of their lives. So it's a single story in a new community, and it's kind of like in a little bit of a cheaper area. So we're going to rent out the house that's down south. We're kind of like going as far as like investments go to like real estate, and they're going to live in the house up north, and then we're going to rent out the house down south. But they're very, very excited. And they deserve it. They deserve to live in like a nice, cute little house that like matches all of the things that they want in life. They took care of me, so I'm going to take care of them. So if you guys don't know, I actually lived with Nick's parents for 5 years. I lived with them from whenever I was 19 until I was 24, and we moved to Texas. Did I move to Texas when I was 24? I think so. Or 23. I don't know. But I lived with them for a while, so paying it forward. Then so Nick went and did that in the morning, and then while Nick was gone, I just hung out with Bennett and I tidied up the whole house. I had so much to do. I cleaned Bennett's room, I cleaned our room, I had a bunch of clothes I needed to put away. What else did we do? We just generally, me and Bennett cleaned. He's like such a good helper when it comes to cleaning. He's so cute. He takes his little wet wipe. We have like water wipes, and he like goes around and cleans stuff. And he also loves vacuum cleaners. So Bennett is like the world's best helper when it comes to cleaning. He just thinks he's so cool being able to, you know, help out cleaning. And he kind of likes putting toys away for a little bit, and then he just like is like, oh, well, I don't actually want to put them away. I kind of want to play with them. So he's good in some senses. Some he's like, he just messes everything up. But that's what he does. He's a baby. Then we did take a nap before Nick got home, and I actually took a nap too. It was just the cuddliest little nap, and I miss cuddling my Bubba. Usually Nick gives him his nap, and I try and work mostly whenever Bennett is asleep, whether it's during nap time or during whenever he goes to bed at night. I usually stay up, and that's when I get most of my work done so that I can hang out with him whenever he is actually awake. Then Nick's parents did babysit, and we went on a date night. We went downtown to Lonesome Dove, which is actually recommended to me from Amanda. It's kind of a little bit of a wild place as far as like food goes. If you're a really picky eater, I would not recommend it unless you're cool with just eating like steak. But if you're like into wild game, like elk and rabbit and rattlesnake and boar and I don't know, like kind of out there items. They do have like, if you're into seafood, they do have like mussels and crab and things like that. But most of their like land animals are kind of wild, like elk. Did I say elk before? But I mean, some people might not be too wild, but for me, that is kind of wild. So it was really good. I just had a steak and I had their chili. Texas chili doesn't have beans, which is like my favorite thing in the whole entire world. It was kind of spicier because I think it is also like maybe Spanish, some kind of Spanish inspired. I can't think of like what wording they used for it, but it was all very good. The steak was one of the better steaks that I've had anywhere, and it was cool atmosphere. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you want something different. I feel like if you were like coming to Austin and you didn't want Tex-Mex or barbecue and you wanted something different, I think that'd be really cool. And it does have like a very Texas vibe to it, which I think is really, really neat, especially with a lot of like trendier restaurants. They usually don't go like full Texas, but this was like pretty full Texas. Then we walked around downtown. We went to Urban Outfitters because I just wanted to get a couple of things. I did get like 2 presents for people, and then I got a dress which I actually need to return, and then I got another polka dot dress which was super cute, and then what else did I got? I thought I got something else. I don't remember. Oh, Nick got a shirt too. And then we went to Toy Droid. We got Bennett a little Playmobil. It's actually like a big version of the is it Doc? Is his name Doc from Back to the Future, like Playmobil? It's like big. It's like 5 inches tall. And then we also got him like a train whistle, which he thinks is so fun. And then we also that was at Toy Joy, and then we went to Target because I wanted to get a couple shirts for summertime. I have so many sweaters, but I have barely any shirts that fit me. Last summer, I was like an extra large, and now I'm a large. So all of my shirts, like some of them I kept because they look cute, like oversized with like shorts, but I need some more like kind of like nicer tops to wear like on date nights and things like that when I don't feel like wearing a dress, which normally I do, but it's nice to have a couple of options. Or just in general, like if we go to like lunch with Bennett or something and we want to dress up kind of nicer, like, or a brunch, I want to have like a nice top with my jeans or something. I don't have a lot of that, so I just picked up a couple of things from Target. They actually didn't have a ton of short sleeve options. I feel like the stuff that I like at Target is from that like jean brand, and they usually have like a decent amount of shirts, but they didn't really have a lot besides like t-shirts. So I think maybe I need to wait just a little bit longer for summer stuff, maybe. I don't know. And then I just put down a little date night sticker, which actually the foil is kind of coming up on. I think it's because I like undid it. So I might actually take that up and put a new one down eventually if it ended up bothering me, but I'm kind of lazy, so I'll probably leave it. Then on Sunday, we did have Round Rock donuts for breakfast. Nick went and got those in the morning, and he got I think it's like a massive donut, and he let Bennett like play with it and eat it, and Bennett thought it was so funny how big the donut was, and he like kind of got it on an angle, and he was like eating it, and it was the funniest thing in the world because he was like just so in the zone with eating this donut. He loves donuts. Round Rock donuts are so good. Again, if you're in Austin and you want something that is kind of like unique, I guess, to Austin. Those donuts are so good. They just melt in your mouth. They're fresh. Just so good. So if you see what's on my head, those are headphones. They're kind of like a weird color. I feel like most headphones are black. So if you're like, what is that? They're headphones. So we had Ramen Rock Donut, which I used the Scribbler for. Then we just had family time. We actually just watched a bunch of TV shows. I kind of like debate on putting TV shows in, kind of almost like debating on putting Starbucks in. I don't know if I really need to like annotate putting like that I got a chai in the morning, but I have some cute stickers for it, so it makes sense. Same thing with TV shows. If I don't have anything else going on, I'll probably put them all in. But if I watch a lot of TV, like putting in 4 TV shows, which we did watch 4 this day, not all at the same time, but kind of like spread them out through the day, I'm just putting it in as family time because we all actually did watch the TV shows. Bennett does not watch TV. He hates TV. He's never watched a full movie all the way through. We've tried, we've failed, but he actually watched TV this day, which was weird. I have like pictures of him just like staring at the TV with his mouth like dropped. Normally Bennett only watches family vloggers that like show their kids a lot because I think he just loves like kids just in general. Like he loves being around other kids and just like, and we do activities with him around other kids, but he just like loves kids. Like he loves just being around kids, watching kids. He's like a people watcher just in general. If we go to Target, he's always watching kids and like he just thinks that they're so like funny and fascinating. And I think he's like, me too. But he was watching TV this day, so I was kind of amazed. But yeah, he doesn't really watch TV ever, and we've tried. I was definitely that parent who was like, I don't want my kid watching TV until they're 2, blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, ha, 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 ha. And now he doesn't. He still hasn't watched a movie the whole way through. We're trying, though. Especially when it comes to, like, flights and stuff, it would be really helpful for him to watch, like, a movie or something. But, nah, he's kind of like, I'm good. So, after that, I had to design stuff, which this was, like, my Andrea, okay, let's get everything done. Which pretty much everything right now is done. I had, like, kind of a April 1st deadline, and I got it all done. It's the 25th. It was just a lot of stuff I had to do. So, and it was a lot of organizing, like even when it comes to designing things, like organizing afterwards of like when it comes to foil and things, like what foil color I want to order and then how many, and then I need to make a list, and then I need to make sure check it twice and then wait for the things to come back, cross check pricing, and then I have to like, if there's one that looks weird, I have to like show them why it looks weird. And it's a lot, and making sure they don't miss anything, all the paper like types are correct and things like that. So it's just kind of like a lot of like paying attention. It's a lot. So I had to make sure I got everything done so that I can write my list and then check it twice. I feel like Santa Claus. I'm the foil Santa Claus pretty much. Then I did color my hair. I used this hair appointment sticker, but I actually am just using this, like, it's a color depositing conditioner, and I really like it so far. It's been working pretty well. I just got it on Amazon, and then I did declutter my office, which you guys might have saw on Instagram. So that's everything for this week. I hope you guys liked this week's video. Look at that wiggle, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.